Hey guys, what's up? It's Nick with What I'm Watching, and I'm back with another episode. This time we're hitting the zombie film circuit with Wormwood. If you guys have not seen this movie, you need to check it out immediately. Let me go ahead and start off by saying that this was sent to me by my good friend Andrew McLeod, who I met in Lair of Terror and have gotten to know, and he's a real stand-up dude, and he's actually a filmmaker himself. He's got a few shorts that he's done, and I know he's got some other stuff in the works, I believe. But anyway, Andrew is from Australia, and I am from the United States, and I was trying to buy this movie on Blu-ray or DVD, and they only had it on Amazon Instant Play. So, I was telling him about my situation, didn't ask him about anything, and just out of the kindness of his heart, he sent it to me. Didn't ask for any money and didn't ask for anything in return. Of course, I'm going to send him something because I just got to figure out what that is. But he knew that I couldn't get this movie in the U.S. and he just sent it to me. And that's what I love about this horror community, is because we look out for each other and these friendships are real, and there's just really great people in this scene, and I'm appreciative for it. Thank you, Andrew. Anyway, let's get back to it. Wormwood, boom. This was written, produced, directed, whole 9 yards by two brothers, Kia and Tristan Roache-Turner. And yes, I'm looking down, I'm checking my notes. I'm a stoner, I gotta have notes, guys. Plus, this movie was really just a lot of unfamiliar people. It follows three main characters, Barry, Brooke, and Benny. BB and B, funny, right? Barry's played by Jay Gallagher. He is a husband who, the eve of the zombie apocalypse, him and his wife and his little girl are having dinner, and then they get a call from the second main character, Brooke, who's played by Bianca Brady, and she's hot. And she's like this weird kind of hippie artist chick, and she starts getting attacked by a zombie, so she calls her brother and is like, hey, there's something going on. Well, lo and behold, the zombies have already started hitting the house of Barry and his family. One thing leads to another. Barry has to put down the wife and kid. These things happen, you know what I'm saying? But, it's a zombie movie. It's expected. No one lives long. So he's all racked with guilt, wants to kill himself. He meets another dude. Dude stops him. They go on a little epic, journey. But it's not really so epic because dude gets killed, like, instantly. I don't consider spoilers in a zombie movie because you know how it is. People die left and right, so people are going to die. But basically, anyway, Barry meets up with this dude, Benny, this crazy-looking dude. He's got this big-ass afro and just this dumbass look on his face throughout the whole movie. But the dude rocks. He's hilarious, and he kicks ass, and he really adds a fun element to the movie. This is a zombie film, but it's also a comedy, but it also has dramatic elements mixed in. Like, there's some parts that are really sad and like, oh, pulling at my heartstrings, you know what I'm saying? But then there's like some gore and it's like, yeah, man, watch that shit. And then there's, the funny stuff, the jokes. This movie has it all, really. And they really mixed it all together. And usually a movie tends to be one extreme or the other, but this one really, it's a nice mix. It flows and it transcends across the different genres, and it really gets the job done. And that's what sets this apart from all the other zombie movies that are out in the flooded film market. There's tons of zombie movies. People are burnt out on them. Walking Dead, all that bullshit. But this really is a stand-up, standalone movie. It adds new elements to it. Basically, they call it like Mad Max meets like Dawn of the Dead. I guess I could kind of see that, but not really. It's got elements of like the clothing design from Mad Max. Some of the warriors, like the hockey mask or whatever. Like there's a guy that has that on, and they're on the road, and they're all decked out in road gear, and it's the apocalypse. So I mean, there's similarities exist, but it's not a Mad Max movie. But anyway, it's action packed. There's a few car chases or whatever, and they beef up some trucks. So I mean, there's like little similarities like that. But it's a fun movie. It's got a lot of action. The pace is constantly going. And of course, what zombie movie wouldn't be complete with a mad doctor working for some government assholes with machine guns that are yanking people up off the streets and doing experiments on them. Of course, there's certain people that weren't affected by the gas or didn't get turned into zombies. So they take them and do these horrible, horrendous experiments on them. The dude gets off on it. It's just he's deriving the sick pleasure from torturing this poor girl. Well, during the experimentation, somehow the chick who is Barry's sister, Bianca, or Brooke, I'm sorry. Bianca's the name of the actress playing her. Brooke contracts his powers where she's able to telekinesis and connect with the other zombies and control them and make them do things. So this chick basically, you know, that's how she escapes from the clutches of the bad guys with the helps from the zombies. But the movie, you know, takes place, it's a road trip movie with zombies. Finally, the brother and sister get reunited, and basically they use her newfound power to help them defeat the government assholes. This movie's got some great gore, some good practical effects. There is CGI mixed in with it. So, you know, there's always that one scene or something that sucks or looks like shit, but I don't hold that against the movie because it was killer. Let's look at the cover there. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And I'll show you the back too. And I just want to thank you, Andrew, again for sending me this. This is a kick-ass movie. I think I covered all the main points of it. If you're a fan of zombie movies, you'll enjoy this. And plus, it's a comedy, so if you're looking for something kind of light to watch, I mean, yeah, it does have a few sad moments in it, but Wormwood is just an all-around good film, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it in my top 10 right now for the year because it's a 2015 release. So it's not number one or anything, but you know, it's in there, man. Wormwood. I'm giving it a high endorsement here, fellas. I highly recommend it, especially if you're a zombie fan. It's a fresh look at a zombie film, and we needed that. So I was really impressed. Australia, I love these guys, man. They've been always had the good movies, but they've been really cranking them out lately. And there's some other Aussie films that are getting ready to come out that I'm really looking forward to. Among those is Charlie's Farm. So hopefully I can be able to snag that one. But this is Nick with What I'm Watching. Thank you for tuning in, and keep it sick, fuckers. Lates.